Higgsfield just shipped a CLI, a command line interface that gives you direct access to their 30 frontier models. This gives you direct access to their 30 frontier models. This includes Sora 2, Kling 3.0, Veo 3.1, Banana Pro, Dance 2.0, and it also includes the new GPT Image 2.0, which is currently the best image generation model. Before, it was NanaBanana Pro, but the way things are evolving, it is evolving very quickly, and having access to all these models on one platform is a total game changer. So you don't need a web app, you don't need to click through buttons. It's one command, one prompt, one image, or one video. Very few people are talking about this right now. What I'm going to be showing you today is how you can install this creative engine into your current setup. I'm going to show you how to install it, to authenticate it, and to replace your next product photo shoot in the next couple of minutes. Everything you're going to need is going to be in the description below. You can grab it after. So if you sell anything visual, e-commerce, hospitality, fitness, real estate, food, fashion, you already feel the pain every launch needs. You either need new images, you need a new video. The cost line never really goes down. The turnaround never gets faster. And the moment you change one product, one detail, you're back to square one. The biggest benefit of having Higgsfield is that you've got all these models all in one place, and it's actually significantly more affordable than using a variety of these models separately. And it was a significant headache attaching every single one of them individually. The good thing about this is you can install the CLI, and it also gives you the skill that you would need to build in your Claude Code or whatever platform that you're using, even if you're using Codex. Higgsfield's bet is that the entire workflow collapses into a terminal or an application that you're using, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So what we're going to be building today is a complete launch asset for a small skincare brand called Lumen. They're launching a native recovery serum. They need a hero product image, 2 lifestyle shots, a 5-second vertical video ad, and we're going to be producing all of this in this video. There's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can go into your terminal and you can install the CLI globally. There's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can do this manually. You can install the CLI. So you just copy this, you paste it into your terminal, and it's going to download the full setup for you. Okay. After that, it's going to ask you to log in, and then you can set up the skills. The other way that you could do this is you could go into your Claude Code or your Claude desktop app and just write the instructions that you want. We're doing a Higgsfield demo. Here are the instructions and create the skill. I just copied and pasted the link from here and let Claude do all the work. The other option that you do have is going to GitHub, copying that link from GitHub, and going into your Claude and ask it, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to install Higgsfield, and this is what I want to do. So this has already been authenticated. It tells you what models are already available, and you can just go from here. Once you authenticate it, it's just going to open on your browser. You authenticate it, and once it's authenticated, you can just prompt it. It only takes 5 seconds. The CLI uses clerk-style authorization, opens a browser, you click, confirm, you're back in the terminal, or you're just going to be back in your application. No API keys to manage, no tokens to copy, no env file. That's a small thing, but it matters because it decreases the cognitive load for you to actually get this done. Anyone can do this. Okay, now let's get started. I've already pre-generated some prompts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste this prompt here and just let it work. So the command picks the model for you depending on how many credits that you have. Considering that we only have the $5 model, this is what it's generated. Taking you half a day's worth of shoots. So the command line picks the model. This is what NanaBanana Pro generated for us. So what you can do is if you have more credits, you can just go to the higher credit one. It just generates everything for you. It'll pick the model, it'll pick the color palette, and this would have taken you half a day worth to shoot, a few $100 depending on your photographer, and this literally takes you through 2 or 3 minutes in order for you to have it fully generated. So all I did was really create a prompt, and there you go. So it did recreate what we've already created. However, this is the alternative to what it's created. And it picked the model. It would have taken you a significant amount of time to create something so elegant. And all these models, the beauty about them is they're all in the exact same place. The challenge, the woman has to look like the same person across both shots for our campaign. Let's move on to the next one and see if we can generate the exact same woman in our shot. So this will be our lifestyle shot 2. So we've taken the first one. Let's see if it can generate a second lifestyle shot with the exact same person. This is what makes these very difficult, because generally we want to keep the same consistency. That's 2 lifestyle shots, the same model, same product, different settings. The challenge was to make the actual person look the same. And if you're doing this for a marketing campaign, that's amazing. That's phenomenal. The one last thing that we're going to do, so the character consistency keeps this face anchored across many shots as you need. Same freckles, same hair pattern, the same expression from one character ID to the rest. That used to require a model who could fly to different locations in 6 hours of composing, and in order for you to get something this similar. So this is the part that is going to get really crazy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to generate a video, and we're going to use the VO3 to generate this video. So it's going to pick the strongest model, and just to demo the video, as you can see, it is a very, very good video. Very clean, very clear. And you can only imagine what you'd be able to do with this if you're doing this for a marketing purpose. So the prompt described one specific moment, the serum dropping onto a stone. That's the trick with AI video right now. One moment well described beats a complicated multi-shot brief every time. And that's the finished social ad. No draft, no sketch. Done all around for about 1,000 credits. However, it would still cost you significantly less than having a full photographer, full video shoot, and having all these other bits and pieces that you needed for a full marketing campaign. Higgsfield CLI is phenomenal for one specific category, the product photography, single subject hero shots, and short format social video, where the brief is one moment, one mood, one transition. If your business needs that kind of asset every week, this has just collapsed your timeline and your cost line. Here's what it's not good for. Hands-on real emotion across multi-second video. Tiny text labels, still hit and miss. You can generate this with a bunch of other models like the Image 2.0. The faces for specific real people, unless you're using SOAP 2.0, the character consistency, expect a slight drift. However, I will say Image 2.0 does master that quite well. And for complex multi-character scenes, some of them still come out roughly a third of the time. You burn credits on here. My rule, I tend to think that you'd use 70% of your launch assets, product, lifestyle, B-roll, social ads, generate in Higgsfield. The other 30%, your campaign hero, your founder profit, anything where a real face has to carry emotion, you'd have to hire a photographer. Higgsfield within itself, the editorial is phenomenal. Higgsfield is bundling 30 frontier models behind one CLI. They are not training those models. They are an aggregator, which means that your dependency is now Higgsfield pricing. The pricing is not too bad. However, you would have to be very particular on how you use it. And if you're using it for a big production, you'd have to have someone who really knows how to be very specific in regards to what they actually want. Otherwise, you just burn credits. The rate limits and the relationship with whoever made VO, Sora, Kling. If Google pulls VO from the third-party access, and they have done that before, you lose capability overnight. I will say though, they do seem to be adding other models pretty frequently. And the way the models are progressing and evolving, there is going to be a replacement. My question to you is, do you trust an aggregator of this with your production line when underlying models can be pulled from them at any time? I'm genuinely on the fence. So drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Everything you just saw, the install commands, the process, how that I actually got this started and got this going is going to be in the description below. If you want to go deeper, I've got a community where we build this stuff together, workflows, agent setups, full system breakdowns. It's called bornbuildersonschool.com. It's free. The link is in the description. And so like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.